So I want to show you how to trade manually, and this is for those who have $100 capital or less. But even those who have higher trading capital of 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 can actually use this method. I've used this a little bit and it's quite good. So the first step is for you to go to quantitative and look for the least performing coins. You click here to go to quantitative. Then to identify the least performing coins, you look at the change percentage here for each coin. This is the change percentage for each coin. Every coin has that figure, change percentage. Now, when you observe the change percentage, your job is to scroll through all of them and observe the one with the highest negative percentage. Now, this will be different in an uptrend and in a downtrend. Okay. In an uptrend, you might see all of them as blue. When you see all of them as blue, choose the lowest one, the one that is below 1%, and then you use one shot for the trade. Okay, one shot. When all of them are green, that means it's an uptrend. You look for the lowest one among all the greens and see if, as long as it's below 1%, you try and keep it below 1%. Click, choose it, and use one shot. And once that coin gets sells off, you quickly look for the next one that is the lowest performer, pick that one and do one shot again. When it's in a downtrend, you will look for the one with the highest percentage. You might see one with 8, 10, 15, minus 15% negative percentage. All right, so for that one, you pick it and try and avoid SLP. All right, try avoid SLP for now. Now, when you pick that one, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to put it in cycle. That's what you need to know, because you want to keep it in cycle until it buys sells from that negative percentage till it hits 3%, maximum 5%. Once it's 3%, end the trade. Put it on one shot and get ready to get out of that trade once it sells off. Don't allow yourself to remain in the trade up to 5% or beyond. Yes, the coin might pump to even 50%, but you don't want to get stuck in a trade. Remember, you just have low capital, $100, so you want to be in and out of the trade. Once it gets to 5%, you get out. I hope you're getting it, and I'll repeat that quickly again. You are going to look for the least performing coin using the change percentage. In an uptrend, they might all be green. You look for the lowest value of the green, use one shot, sell off, and look for the next lowest percentage. All right, but for when it's in a downtrend, you see a lot of reds. Look for the least performing coin, the one with the highest negative, and avoid SLP. Pick that one, put it on cycle, because it's going to buy sell, and it will keep doing cycle until it hits 3%. That change percentage will change to 3%. Once it gets to 3%, maximum 5%, put it on one shot, so that once it sells off, you go look for the next least performing coin. So that's what we're going to do. So if we're looking at this list here, remember that in Royalq you have both if you're using Binance or Obi, you're going to choose one of them, and you're going to see general and professional. Okay, so you're going to look through both the general and professional. Now you can see I have a lot of trades here already, so I'm going to focus on the ones that I don't have their trades on and try and identify the least performing ones. So let me look through and see the least performing ones that I don't have their trades on. I can see 1 inch is minus 11 here. Yeah, can you see 1 inch? It's minus 11. All right, and let's go on. Let's see, is there any other one higher than minus 11? I can see minus 8, minus 6, minus 3. Yeah, so 1 inch looks like the highest one. I can see minus 10. Okay, 1 inch CRV. Okay, but 1 inch looks like the highest one still. So let's keep going. We want to identify the least performing coin by looking at the percentage. So 1 inch CRV seems to be, we have XTZ. We have XTZ. XTZ is minus 13. All right. So 1 inch STZ. Which other one is the least performing coin? So in the general mode, so let's go to the professional mode and look at the ones that I'm not trading, because I have a lot of coins on autopilot. So let's go to let's scroll down and see what the least performing coins are. Qtum is minus 10, Okay, I'll have a minus 11 SLP. Just stay clear of SLP for now. Okay, stay clear of SLP for now. So it looks like we have in the general space we have 1 inch, and we also have what's the other one that we observed that was also pretty much in a very negative percentage. Was it 1 inch and which other one? There was another one. Okay, 1 inch and just a moment. XTZ, yeah. So I'm going to pick XTZ because XTZ seems to have a higher percentage than 1 inch. Minus 13.4. Let's look at it. 1 inch was 1 inch was let's see, 1 inch, yeah, was minus 11. So the least performing coin is XTZ. So I'm going to pick XTZ because it's minus 13.4. Now when I click on it, this is what you need to know. You click on the coin, then you go to trade settings. All right, you click on trade settings. You want to just make the first buying amount something that goes well with your capital. So if you have $100, you can do $30. Okay, so I'm just going to because I have more than that, I'm going to use just I'm going to use, for the sake of this video, I'm going to use $40. Okay, now as I change this first buying amount to 40, you're going to see me change to 40. The next thing is you need to also change the margin call limit. It won't allow you to put 0, so just put 1 there. You're going to disable margin call anyway, but just put 1 there, and I like to put it at 1.5 for my trades, personally for my trades. Then for my trades also, I like to make whole position take back profit as 0.003. all right, I like to make it 0.003, so to buy quickly. All right, and for margin configuration, I want to make it that if it drops by 5%, buy 1. You can change this to anything you want, but I can make it to buy 1 more. Okay, and I confirm. Now remember, I don't even want to buy that deep. That setting I just put there just for formality's sake. So I'm going to disable margin call once I start this trade. So it's very important to make sure you don't have the fourth martingale. Margin call 1 deep, and margin configuration, confirm again, just 1 setting, and we save this. Then when you save it, you start the trade. Now because it's in a very negative percentage, I have allowed it to be able to be in cycle mode. So you can see right here, it's in cycle mode. If it hits 3%, if the change percentage hits 3%, I'll come here and click on 1 shot to put it on 1 shot mode, so that once it sells off, I get out and look for the next least performing coin. All right, so that's it. Please, once you put on the trade, you need to remember this step. Ensure you stop margin call. Ensure you stop margin call. That is extremely important. After you start the trade, if you stop margin call before you start the trade, when you start the trade, it's going to open up margin call again. Okay, so please, you need to be careful and make sure you stop margin call. All right, stop margin call. That's what you have to do every single time. So that's it. I started this trade on XTZ. All right, I started this trade on XTZ, and what is going to happen now is that you see XTZ keep moving on from this minus 13 to buy sell several times, and once I'll be monitoring it. Once it gets to what percentage? Once it gets to 3%, I'll put it on 1 shot. All right, but I'm seeing here that I'm having some network lag issues because the STZ is not showing here as a trade that is running, and so it's giving me some stale information because this is not green yet. Okay, that's normal. That means I have to restart my phone. Okay, in case that happens, restart your phone. That's why I tell people, don't judge by what you see on this page. Open the coin, see what's going on in the coin. It's showing me some stale data, so I have to restart my phone to be sure that I have the right information. So one other thing you can do is to click on transaction record. All right, as you click on transaction record, you just see that it has bought a certain amount right now, and yeah, that's what it got, and you just have to reboot it now. So that's just an idea. I need to restart this device to see the real data of the transactions, because obviously this looks like there was something hanging on this coin before now. Okay, so that's it. That's the simple process of doing the manual trading. Remember this: observe the performance of the XTZ. Once it gets to change percentage gets to 3%, you quickly change it to one shot, so that when it sells off, it releases your money and you go back, look for the next least performing coin, and you go on. Now, if it's an uptrend, I want to repeat, if it's an uptrend, what you do is simple. In an uptrend, you don't put it on cycle, you put it on one shot, you keep going to the next least performing coin, one shot. That's what you do. But when you see a very negative coin like -5, -10, minus 20, yes, you can put it on cycle and let it keep going in cycle. Now, the worst thing that can happen is that this coin will go deep. That's the worst thing that can happen. The floating loss, you can see it's already in a positive floating loss. Okay, it's already in a positive floating profit rather. It's going to take profit any moment. So what you need to know is that the worst thing that can happen is that this coin will dip in price. If it dips in price, relax, let it hit minus 20% dip. It will not, because we've stopped margin call, it's not even going to buy that dip that we put, that one dip. So when it drops by 20%, you come here and you do a manual replenishment. You click on market price and you put the figure you want to buy with, and you click on confirm. That's it. Once you do that, you are going to reduce the average price of the coin. Maybe since you bought $30 or $40, you now add on that $30 or $40 to bring down the average price of the coin, and relax, and it will fire up and sell off. So that's it. Make sure you join the Sunday members only meeting. We're going to elaborate more on this. Well done, everyone. Thank you for patiently listening.